$150 billion a year out of the country for foreign oil. Now, we're always talking about billions these days, so it's kind of hard to figure out what that means. But that's over $1.2 billion per day that we send to foreign governments, many of whom don't like us. So what happens to that money is our money is sometimes used to educate, train terrorists who are bent on not just threatening us here at home, but certainly our troops on the front lines in war zones. So what we need to understand is this is not just a threat that we feel in the economy, it's a national security threat. But the economic threat's very real too, isn't it? We saw it last year when energy prices spiked, oil prices went up, and not only hurt all of us who went to the pumps to fill up our cars with gas and small businesses that were paying utilities that went up, but farmers and manufacturers throughout our state. I still run our family cattle farm outside of Rolla. Fertilizer prices spike when oil goes up. Diesel prices go up. Corn and feed prices go up. All of the inputs that it takes to produce something go up when oil prices go up. And so the threat to our national security is real and obvious. The threat to our economic security is real and obvious. So what are we going to do about this? The good news to me is that there actually is a lot of consensus about a lot of the issues involved here. Of course, we all can agree, it's not a partisan issue, we all can agree that our energy demands are going to go up in the future. We can all also agree that the threats to our security are going to be real so long as we're dependent on this foreign oil. We can all also agree that whoever gets right, whatever country gets it right, in figuring out our new independent energy future is going to be the economic powerhouse of the future. And the other thing we all know is that in the United States we are better at innovation than any place else in the world. And we're better at commercializing that innovation than any place else in the world. So it's a terrific opportunity here if we just think about this and think about it in a sensible, common sense way. That we know we got to attack the problem. How are we going to attack the problem? We're going to do what we always do as Americans, and that's put our innovation and hard work at it. Now, what does that mean? It means not only are we no longer reliant on the folks who don't like us and are then funding people who are terrorists that attack us, but it also means it's creating new jobs for the future. It makes perfect sense. And we're already seeing it here in Missouri. Whether it's from the Danforth Plant Science Center, and I don't know if you all saw the stuff with all the algae and turning that into fuel and jet fuel. It's an exciting thing. We do algae really well here in Missouri. Or whether it's biodiesel and other biofuels, whether it's wind, whether it's solar, we're seeing this improve the lives of people throughout our state. Not just because there are jobs and plants that are producing these things, but that in rural communities where these can be put to use, they're seeing a resurgence as well. So the opportunities are fantastic. What we need is an understanding in Washington that the rest of the country is ready to do this. And we all know that the only way anything changes in Washington, because it feels like the special interests have a total stranglehold on the place, is if it comes from us. And so that's why it's so important that you all are traveling around to talk about this issue, to shine a light on both the economic threats and the security threats that this independence breeds, but also to tell the story. Securing our energy future, an independent, clean energy future, is clearly what's going to put America on track, both with new jobs and a new, stronger economy. So thank you for what you're doing. Let us know what we can do to help in this mission. All of you who have served overseas know how to solve problems. You see the problem and you will go about solving it. So congratulations on understanding that the way to solve this problem is spreading the word throughout the country. So thank you all very much. And who's going to be speaking next?